Discipline in fitness isn't about motivation. It's about doing what you decided to do, even if you don't feel like it. I'm going to be breaking down how discipline can be built through fitness and showing you the link between pain, consistency, and mentality. What the pain creates. First and foremost, there's nothing like building discipline through a hot, burning workout. The connection between showing up and pain is unique. Although you know that you are about to physically be hurt, that you are still going to show up and do that consistently 5 times a week to get the body that you want. Now, there's pain in every direction. Through the nutrition, through showing up to your workouts, through recovery, it's a painful process. And if you can stick to that schedule and really follow through for more than 3 months, then that's when you're going to start to become a different person, because that discipline takes somebody who's very mentally strong and someone that's really mentally ready to progress in their lives. I know from personal experience, when I decided to lose weight and get toned and be that person that follows a workout routine, that I had a lot of days where I was very, very sore. Like I couldn't really walk. I was hungry because I was in a deficit. And I knew I had to still show up if I wanted to keep the ball rolling, because if I stopped and paused for 2-3 days, those are 2-3 days that I could have been burning calories. I could have been building muscle. I could have been, building that discipline that I needed. It wasn't really more about seeing the result. It was more like I was trying to change my mentality about the whole thing. I didn't want to be one of those people that gave up anymore, that wasn't showing up anymore because there was friction. I was already having that mental shift in the beginning of my process because I was already so sick and tired of who I was at that time. And I knew I wasn't going to stop at anything to see that result. And that's why in the course of a month at that time, I had lost like 30 pounds. And I was really intact with my eating. I was really intact with my workouts. I was walking and also strength training. Like I was not giving up. I was becoming a monster. And it was building that discipline that I would later be thankful for in doing everything else that I've been able to do with my life. Personally, I've been disciplined for 6 years now. And I did that by working out 6 times a week, which brings me into the power of consistency. You begin to see small results when you're consistent. When you're not consistent, you see random results and then you cannot keep track of it, right? But when you're consistent, you know that you're showing up every day and that's the main tool that's keeping you losing the weight, that's keeping you growing muscle, that's keeping you on track mentally. Staying on target just becomes easier because you're doing so many repetitions that you're getting familiar with the pain. You are welcoming the pain. You are becoming one with the workout, with the recovery, with the nutrition. You're starting to adapt to this lifestyle. And once you see that small change, that's that one change that keeps you going for the rest of 6 years. And that's what has honestly kept me working out for 6 years. Through pain and consistency, you have accomplished a milestone and you know that you can continue. And now you also know that you can start other things and continue, because like what can be worse than that first week of those burning workouts that you do where you feel like you're about to fail and that you can't roll out of bed and you cannot walk and you cannot sit on the toilet and you're also hungry, and it's like that first week really shapes you for the rest of your life. Just because things are going your way doesn't mean that there won't be moments of weakness. And using that weakness to persevere is going to be your tool. There are going to be days when you're sore, where you're tired, where you feel like you don't have the motivation to do things. Showing up is going to rewire how you think. When you are able to detach feeling from action, that is your new power. Because now you can do things even if you don't feel like it, which is almost anything, right? So that is what discipline is all about. Being able to put something on a schedule and commit to it and follow through with that 5 times a week, or how many times you have set out to do, being able to get it done without letting your feelings dictate the work that you're doing. That is where you find your true strength, because you learn that being disciplined is not about how you feel. And I feel like this is so true for a lot of my women out there, because a lot of women, they live by how their day feels, the vibes. We're in that time where, like, just go with the vibes and everything else will fall into place. And that's not really how the life you want to build is built. It's built through being disciplined and removing feeling from action. Being able to say, I'm going to do these things, and following through. Okay, we don't want to wake up and feel like, oh, well, today I don't feel like working out because it's raining. That is not the mentality we want to have. We want to say, okay, it's on the schedule. Today we have to do arms. Go get it done. Don't overthink it. Move on to the next task. That's detaching feeling from action. Now, I have used the gym to push through pain and feel proud of it after, which is where self-confidence comes into play. Now, physical fitness is single-handedly the hardest thing humans can do. It's something that a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of people struggle to be consistent with. I feel like a lot of people can go to the gym for a week, but they can't do it for a year. They can't do it for 2, 3, or 4. And that's why they don't achieve the goals that they want, because they're not seeing things long term. They want to see an instant result that's just never going to come, and then they give up, right? So being able to stick to a workout routine is going to give you self-confidence, because you are doing what others cannot and what others give up all the time. And aside from the working out, to at least eat 0.7 grams of protein per your body weight. And if you don't do this, then your muscle and all those workouts that you're doing are going to waste, because the muscle is just not going to grow. So being able to do 2 things consistently is a big task. Being able to control what you eat is another reason to be proud and have self-confidence. This is something that a lot of women cannot do, especially in our society nowadays, where they sell you everything, where that chicken sandwich looks golden on the ad. Everything is advertised for food and for you to overindulge and eat. So being able to control what you eat and link it to the workouts that you're doing, you should be so proud of that, because you are being so consistent, so disciplined, and you're putting intention into your life, and it's going to yield a result long term. And you should be absolutely proud of that. Now, most of the time, people won't understand what you're doing. They don't understand that you need to eat the steak salad for tonight's dinner because you already ate something else during the day and your calories are running low. They're not going to understand. And that's when you begin to feel superhuman, because people start to question you. And when they start to question you, that's when you are doing the right thing. Because most people are used to being around people that do the same things that they do, that don't work out, that don't eat properly, that don't care about their skills, their hobbies, or anything. Especially fitness. Fitness has this thing, like this sting, where I remember when I used to be much thinner and I used to eat a certain amount of food, like people were watching what I was eating, how much I was eating. They were questioning me all the time, like, oh, why do you work out every time we hang out? Or how come you picked the steak salad and you didn't have a cheeseburger with fries? And to me, it was very odd, because I don't really question or see what other people are eating or make any commentary on that. But people were very surprised to see what I was eating, because they can sense that discipline and that confidence that I have. I'm eating my salad, I'm proud of the workout that I did, and now I'm recovering with the steak salad. And people feel that, and they want to know what's going on in her life. So Be proud because that is building your self-confidence. Learning discipline may look different for everyone, but learning it through fitness is a whole different monster. If this video was important to you, my video on 5 habits that are holding you back from success will further help you build pillars in your life so you become the best version of yourself. I'll see you there.